Hey, Growtopians. And no, I'm not wearing a turban. I'm wearing my tank top because it is hot out here. Well, what we got going on today, I want to show you some things, and then we're just going to make this video very, very short because I want to get shit done. So obviously, everybody, luckily, thank God, from the storm, they survived. I've been out here, I put some signs up. Gardening is cheaper than therapy, and you get tomatoes. Put some street signs on the two different racks. I got Tomato Boulevard over there, and I got Tomato Street over there. I weed whacked the whole area all the way down to the ground. As I had said a couple times in other videos, I was going to take the corn out. I did that today, clean the ground up. That's where I'm going to put all my determinate tomatoes, is because they only grow to a certain size. Any of the indeterminate tomatoes that are the vinies, they're going to go on the trellis and get tomato clipped on. And they survived the storm wonderfully. I still got to go through the corn. I'll tell you one thing though, the root ball on those suckers were huge, almost the size of my head on some of them. It was crazy. But what this video is about today is the hoop house. I love saying it. I'm going to sit back down on my bag of mulch because my butt's already wet. So, this whole ensemble cost me $63. Yes, I know, $63. How? Well, for starters, you needed two things. You needed one, the netting. So the netting I got off of Amazon, this mesh garden netting. Mesh netting, it's made by RIFNY, both of them are. The hoop house kit and the netting. This netting is great. So this netting that I got here is 10 feet by 33 feet. And let's see. Yes. It's 10 feet by 33 feet. Two of them come in a pack. And I think it was like 20 something dollars and change. I can't remember offhand. The real kicker though is that this garden hoop kit, also made by the same company. Like I said, I'll throw the links in the description below. This was only 29 bucks, and it's so simple to put together, and there's no way in hell you're gonna get anything close to this for this price. Now, if you want to spend money on the PVC, I would say go for it. It's definitely going to be a lot stronger. This is good. There's only one thing I would say that I would change with it, is it would need those small not pipe clamps. I've been trying to figure out, my brain's been dead all morning. But it's a clamp that's basically, it's flat and it's got the little loop in it, like the half circle, and then it's the other side and it's got two screw holes. Those would be the only thing I would say you would actually really need for this. Other than that, this thing goes together simple and easy. I'm going to put you on the other side. I'm going to show you making one of them, and that's probably going to be it for the video. So, back in the wet ass grass. So wet ass grass. So in the kit they come with is these little pipes, these little tiny pipe things. They got a little notch in the middle of them. So the poles can only go in so deep. Comes with a bunch of these sticks, and what's great is that you can build this thing to any size that you want. So they don't really bend too much here. They're pretty solid. But once you actually get them all together, then you can actually bend them, which is really cool. The other thing they come with is they come with these clips. And these clips are all put together, which is a really cool way to store them. And they just pop off, they go around the post, and you're going to clip on your netting to the post. So that is freaking awesome by itself. And I love how they sent them like this, because so many companies would send these things, you know, all in a big bag and they're all tangled together and stuff. This was like a really nice, you know, clean way of actually sending it. So I was actually, for the price, I was really surprised. It's something small and simple that just sometimes amazes me. Is just, you know, the little thoughts that a company will go into to actually send you, you know, the clips and the attachments in a nice way, where they're not like all bunched together and they're all broken, they're all smashed in the bag and you only got a couple of them that work. This was a smart thing they did, and I really appreciate a company that actually pays attention to detail. So that's cool. So now the assembly. So you take one of these, and I had already done one before, so I know it's 5 and 5. So you literally take it and you slide it in until it stops. You take the next one, slide it in and go down the line. Takes little to no effort. They literally slide right in. And like I said, I already did one, so I know how many I need to put together. Now, what I was talking about when it comes down to clamping them on, because when you push them into the ground, the only thing that's holding them up is this, and they do not connect to one another. I would say a good thing they should have had was some of these that were like a T, because then you could run a top bar across. Otherwise, with these things just being pushed into the ground, you know, they're only as stable as they can be. So that's why if you had like a little clamp, you can clamp the suckers here and they're not going to move. So I'm going to be looking for little small clamps to screw into for all these, and then just make them a permanent thing, and the only thing that comes on and off is the netting, obviously, because I'm not going to need the netting on all the time. Okay. Now remember how it wasn't really bendy before, but now with them all on, they bend, and because it's tight, it works out really great. And the best thing of all is because this is going into a raised bed, this is getting pushed against the sides. Oh. So, being it's getting pushed against the sides, I'm going to stick you guys over here. You're going to be a little further away from me, but sometimes that's the best. So now basically all I do with this is I'm going to stick it in the ground where I want it, push down as far as I can, and then I just bend it over to the other side, like such, try to get it in line with the other one, push it down. As you can see, they do move around. That's why with some better structure on them, tightening them down would work a lot better. And that's it. I'm going to do that for the rest of them all the way down the line. Now, of course, that one's a little down deeper than the other one, so this one's actually hitting a piece of wood that's over here, so I gotta adjust that. But other than that, that's freaking awesome. You know, for the price, it's great. All I need is like some type of clamp to clamp them here, and it'll be a lot tighter. And that's really about it. So for $29 for that, and I forgot, it was like 25, 26 bucks, something like that. For the netting and the post, for $63, and it's easy to put together. You don't need any tools to do it, and it's something that anybody can do, and you can do it to your own size. See, a lot of hoop house kits I was looking at, there were only certain sizes, and this one was perfect because you're able to customize what you want. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get it to work for this type of bed, and I put one in and I was like, wow, this is great. And then I counted out all the pieces, and I'm like, wow, I could keep putting them in to get more and more structure on it. So that's it for today's video on the hoop house. And what I'm doing, I want to wrap this up quick because I want to get back to getting these things set up before it gets super, super, super hot out here. And I'm only doing the hoop house where the brassicas are because they need more of a partial shade area. And this area gets a lot of sun. So this netting will work great because the sun will still penetrate, but it'll also keep everybody from getting, sunburned and stuff. And the sprinkler system will still be able to water the area, so I don't have to worry about anything not getting watered. So anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. This is Mike over here at Growtopia. Get out there and grow something. And man, just check this stuff out. Like I said, the links will be in the description below. I hope everybody have a wonderful Saturday. Later.